Hey, friends and family, it's Diane House, and I'm in St. Charles, Missouri. It is February 1st. Can you believe it? Where has this January gone? So I'm down here, and I just talk about the topic of framing of grave mental illness. My journey is from experts and from an attorney indicating that I am a targeted individual for some retaliatory thing that happened back in 2014 and carried on through the last 2 years when I became aware what was going on around me and what was being done to me. And so the big thing is framing of grave mental illness. So I just wanted to touch on that really quick. So what that means is, as a targeted individual, these organized criminals, they go back and they pay doctors off. So in my case, I've been positioned in going to the ER for a physical thing, and then basically they turn it around and make it a mental health thing. So 5 different diagnoses, never the same. Your family and people are provided evidence, and it basically stated that you committed crimes. And so what happens there is, you never committed a crime. You're saying, I never committed a crime. They're using that is being used against the victim, because basically they're saying she doesn't remember doing any of these crimes. She must be severely mentally ill, as they're showing people the slander to your family. They're showing the slander and evidence to people that you run into, even in, like, I don't know, an establishment, a restaurant, your neighbors. They use the neighbors to begin to tell the neighbors that you're severely mentally ill and you're dangerous. And so the neighbors begin to help with the gang stalking to make you look like you are mentally ill and that you're incompetent to live there or take care of yourself. And so this is a cycle that happens. So imagine you're at the hospital and the doctors are told you're a child pedophile, you're dangerous, and you're mentally ill, but you never committed a crime. And so you're saying, I never committed a crime. Automatically, that's an instant, you're mentally ill. You don't remember doing a crime. So it's a horrific cycle that's used. And unfortunately, I hope I don't, but I may lose my life to this whole entire thing. And it's horrific. It's literally a horrific journey. So I'm going to continue to stay strong, and I'm going to continue to shine bright, and I'm going to continue to be the person that I am. And God has to have this in his hand somewhere. And so I just wanted to touch base on that really quick. The framing of grave mental illness means a person can't hold a job, they can't keep a job, they can't afford their own clothing, their food, their housing, they have to rely on other people. But what happens in this horrific program is you're kicked down, beat down, this slander's going on behind your back to your employers, to your neighbors, to your whoever you run into. You friend a person at church, those people are contacted, and it's made to sound like the person has schizophrenia. So we've got a lot of people sitting in a mental institution these days that are labeled, that are targeted people labeled as schizophrenic and can't take care of themselves. And so the whole point of this is human trafficking for a human body. And so they use this for medical experimentation and military grade experimentation, is what I understand from speaking with the experts around the country. So how do you get out of the cycle? You can't. And so please keep me in your prayers, and grateful to be alive today. My grandfather always said it's a great day when your feet touch the floor, and so I try to live that way. But imagine walking around and everyone being told that you're delusional and you're mentally ill, and you've committed crimes, and you're not any of those things. So we all have some mental illness about us, but when crimes are staged and fabricated and framed and falsified, and that's used to destroy you in the background, you kind of don't really have a chance. But you got to keep trying. So anyway, that's my spin on mental illness and what happens in this horrific program. And so if you're a person in the law enforcement, or you're a doctor, beware of this, because this happens to people in a targeted individual program that is active and vibrant today by our deep state of our country, and made to make a person basically appear that they're mentally ill. So hang tight. You guys have a great day, okay? Take care.